Hello, everybody, and welcome. Another episode of Restore Christendom.
Good evening, everybody.
How are we doing?
Happy Thursday, February 5th, 2026.
2020 what?
2026.
Okay. Hey, I actually got the chat all up and working right now. Like everything is. It's been a few weeks since we had something go off without a hitch.
Seamless, one might say.
Yes, sir. We are going to sit down and have a bit of a what do you intervention
Intervention.
intervention on Emily's e-girlism.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Mostly it'll just be me making a case that there's a difference between chronically online millennials and digi-whore e-girls.
Well, yeah, we all know there's a difference in that.
Yeah. I am a chronically online millennial. I have 25 years of internet netizenship under my belt. Card-carrying netizen. I am not an e-girl.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
you're not
hate-
here for the clicks and the views like they are.
Right. Like
You're
I
sitting here
hate-
next to your husband, unlike them. There's big differences.
I hate the e-girl. In person, it's the pick me girl. In person, it's the loud, obnoxious girl at the bar. Like I despise that.
Yeah,
type
the
of
woo
woman.
girls.
The woo girls.
Woo
yes.
girls. Woo!
Yes, I despise that type of woman. I want to choke her. I want to smack some sense into her.
Chain her to a stove, tell her to get the cooking.
Sign her up for Aunt Emily's Camp Act Right. Whatever it takes to just make her stop. Maybe, I don't know, introduce her to Jesus so that way she can fix her daddy issues.
Yeah, apparently Tyler knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's
I haven't seen much of a Twitter war. I've been seeing Milo make lots of comments. I've been seeing what people have been throwing at him that's been causing him to make these comments.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not shocked in any way by any of the stuff that's come out at all. I've always known Elijah Schaefer was kind of a piece of shit.
I've not been a fan of him ever.
No, he always
at
screamed.
all.
He always screamed alcoholic, drug addict, attention seeker, like all of them.
Like all of them.
Like
yeah.
all of them. Anybody who's like a professional influencer, don't trust them. Just it's that simple.
That's the takeaway here.
There's
Honestly,
nobody has her back. Okay,
yeah. Not that nobody has my back.
nobody has
but,
your
like,
back.
It's just I don't know, man. If I was attention seeking, if I was like if my social media habits were the same as they were when him and I got together still, then yeah, absolutely fucking take my phone from me. Take my phone from me. Like when we got together, I was posting fucking selfies all the time.
Yeah.
Now also at the same time I was a bartender, so there's a little
Bartender,
bit
you
of
were 26. You didn't know any better. You didn't have any strong male figures in your life.
right. There's a little bit of
There are a lot of things going on here.
promotion that has to happen as a bartender. So like to some extent I was justifying it, but also if that behavior would have kept up until this point, 10 years in, pushing 40, yes, take my fucking phone. I don't need that much attention from strangers for fucking what? Sitting at home doing dishes?
I slowly shamed a lot of that out of you. What are you even doing? What do you use Snapchat for? What's that?
Right, yeah.
Like, what do people do with that? Oh, yeah, no,
I
you're
was
right.
like, yeah.
You're not sending
good
naked
point.
pictures to people that you want to disappear real fast. There's absolutely no need to use it.
Yeah, there's no reason that I can't have these conversations with my female friends via text message. Like at a certain point, you're just like, yeah, what do I need that for?
Yeah.
But
It didn't take very much of a strong male figure in your life to set you straight.
No,
it
it
really
didn't.
It was pretty easy, I'll
It
be
didn't.
honest.
Yeah.
You put up a little bit of a fight at the beginning. Just a smidgen.
Just to see if you were just gonna back down on any of it, or if you'd change your mind. Like what kind of negotiations can I have here?
None.
But I think that's a normal thing to kind of like.
Yeah, no, I
Not
expected.
necessarily test.
You knew there's gonna. Well, also you're changing your entire lifestyle, like how you've lived your life for 26 years. Like, yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of pushback.
Like
this is just me. Like, no, this is not you. This is just.
This is the curated version of
this
you
is
that
damaged.
the world wants.
Yeah, this has damaged you. That like, you don't need this stuff.
Yeah. And I guess that's the other takeaway from it is that all the e-girls are like they're just very damaged women.
Oh yeah.
They're just girls who weren't, told that their dad loves them and, that they're worth something more than their holes. Um, not shocked to hear about his degeneracy. Very disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like, we watched this happen with Crowder, right? Like with Steven Crowder, and not that they're I think they actually are the same generation of influencer content creator. Maybe Elijah was a few years after him. But either way, like we've seen this happen before. And it's something that you can't not expect from these people, you know. You're you can't be in that type of a lifestyle and remain like immune from it. You have to at some point choose to be around the degenerates doing degen shit, or I'm not going to be around you people because I don't want to do this anymore. Right? Like that's the main reason I don't have any friends. I don't have any real life friends, because like I don't want to do degen shit
Yeah, I
with
I
you people.
attract degenerates. I am like a degenerate magnet. Like the only people I really truly get along with are degenerates, man.
Yeah. But
Um,
I get them,
no, yeah,
I
no, I get 'em. They're not as bad as I mean they're degenerates. You know what I mean? But there's a little bit of good down in there. I don't.
if I really
They're
need you,
damaged, and I see how they're damaged, and I kind of like, yeah, no, I get it.
yeah,
I don't know.
it makes sense that you're this
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never let them drag me too deep into degeneracy, but to the point where I would lose my job or go to jail or
Right,
anything. But
yeah.
I've been drugged down into some degeneracy.
Yeah. It's fun
We
in the
we've been
gutter.
drugged down into some degeneracy.
It's fun in the gutter,
It is. It's a lot of fun for a little bit of time.
for a very short period of
It's a
time.
lot of fun for a day or two, and then reality catches back up to you.
Yep. The yeah, that's the biggest thing is like you can't continue to be around those people and not be influenced by them.
Um. Also, like, let's just be clear. And this is just my opinion. Nobody has to listen to me. Um. But like all of these big name influencers, your Elijahs, your even bigger than that, your Tuckers. But I don't have to be huge like Tucker Carlson or anybody. But like even I'm not real big on who your average
TNT.
everyday or TV YouTube influencers these days. But
Right.
your Elijah Schaefer's. None of these people are what they claim to be. These people are all curated. They're handpicked by somebody because they have a look and a
Mhm.
voice and a delivery method that people will attract to.
There's a relatability score
Yes,
that they meet.
and
Yeah.
and they will give them a script and talking points and put them in front of a camera and tell them to talk about this shit. Pretend you're a Christian, pretend you're right wing, pretend you're just give these and then as soon as the cameras go off, go back to being your degenerate self.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're a raver, you're a bisexual weirdo who's into drugs and alcohol. Cool, do that. When the cameras turn on, you're a conservative Christian, whatever. You know what I mean?
Showtime.
Yeah, it's all fake. It's all fake and gay. I'm wholly convinced of it. Your Crowders, you know what I mean? It's all fake and gay.
Yeah.
Um, it always comes out because these people can't control their degeneracy and it slips out into the real world.
It does.
Like this is and like Crowders did and
Yeah.
like all of them do.
Well, everything done in darkness will come to the light.
Right.
Everything that you do, you will be held accountable for in this life or in the next. So if you manage to get to the grave
I
with
hear you
some
there, subliminal.
Agreed. I've never been to a rave,
Oh yeah.
but the ticket prices to get into them was always where I was like, nah. And especially because I didn't do the fun party drugs back then. I was just like, I'm not paying $100 to go be around a bunch of sweaty, drugged out people. No, thank you. Um, that's a
No, I'm pretty sure he's got some grounds for annulment, especially since this was going on through her entire
engagement.
not even just engagement, but her entire process of becoming Catholic, RCIA, and through her baptism and she was doing all this. So yeah, it's pretty easy. But like, yeah, she really wasn't serious about any of this. And um, but yes, no, they should easily be able to get an annulment on this one.
Bro, the most bottomest rung of purgatory has her name on it, if not straight to hell.
Straight to hell, most likely, because she doesn't seem to care.
Well,
She cares she's going to lose followers and money. She doesn't care about her husband.
I'm just trying to empathize. I'm trying to put myself in her shoes for a second. Um, I don't know what her full process was in RCAA. I don't know if she got baptized or if she did a lifetime confession, but I'm going to assume that she did a baptism. I'm going to
She did.
assume.
She
Oh,
got
she
about
did.
yeah, she got
Oh, okay. All
baptized.
right. So she got all of them. Sweet. So let's say 3:45 on Thursday, we leave Elijah's house, and then at roughly 9 p.m. that following Saturday, we get the baptized. We get confirmed into the church, and then Monday at 3:45 in the afternoon, we're leaving Elijah's house again.
Right.
And then does that mean on Tuesday she went in and said, "Forgive me, Father, for I have done the sinning"?
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe. I
You would
mean,
hope.
you would hope if she. I mean, if she doesn't take any of this stuff seriously and believe any of it herself, and she was just doing it for clout, money, and hey, this isn't
This guy's gonna marry me if I do this.
not even that. I think because I think she was doing the right wing Catholic grift thing before Christian grift thing before him.
Hmm.
I think, but either way, like it's like I said the other day. It's like that South Park episode where they want to start a band. You know what I mean? And Cartman has a great idea. Oh, hey, you know what? We'll do a Christian rock band because you know you don't have to
Just,
be very good, and there's billions of people that'll just buy your crap because it's Christian rock.
just take all the
And it's
80s
kind
rock
of the same thing
ballads
with a
and
lot of these Christian influencers. They see a market.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not good enough to make it in the secular world as an influencer. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say about pop culture or politics or
yeah.
whatever.
Nobody gives a crap.
But you know, I'm mediocre enough to make it to get a big enough following to get by or to make a living with Christians, conservatives. You know what I mean?
Those megachurch people will like me.
Yeah, there's a big enough pool. I can get enough followers to make a living. You know,
That's gross.
isn't that kind of what NDS does?
I mean, yeah,
Like not to be an asshole or dick or throw stones, but that's essentially what they. I mean, it's essentially what they're doing.
yeah. Well, and they went to the studio a couple of times with Elijah.
Yeah,
Couple
which
of
tells you all you need to know.
couple of trips to Miami. I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's the yeah, it's unfortunate.
I had
And
completely forgot they were doing stuff with him for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. David just made a very off color joke on the X about an hour ago.
I did not see it.
That's okay. It's not worth seeing.
Okay. I'm
Um
guessing they're coming down in Camp Elijah on this one.
he David put out a freaking "I was raped by Elijah Schaefer" tweet.
Mm.
You know, get out in front of the whatever's, make a haha.
Yeah.
No tragedy should go to waste
Right.
situation. The top slop the
The top slob.
the top slobsta training is taking effect. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I feel bad for his wife. For many reasons. You know, number one, being married to Elijah Schaefer. But obviously everything else that went along with being married to him. Right, like they went and had to live in Australia for a while. Your husband purposely puts a huge target on his back just to put his fat face on the internet and say obnoxious things, and then the whole time he's banging whores behind your back while
Apparently, it
you're
was a regular at the local strip club.
while you're pregnant and bringing his seed into the world, and then you got to deal with a drunken husband when he comes home all drugged out and ridiculous. It sounds nightmarish. It sounds not fun.
Yeah.
I think I know that wise man,
Who's that wise man?
Rick.
Ah, Rick Rollin. Where's Rick Rollin at
Yeah, I
anyway?
don't know.
Rick
Maybe.
Blick
Yeah, he might be frozen in Florida.
falling from trees with the iguanas.
There's Unfortunately, there's no tree iguanas in his part of Florida.
Mm.
Not fortunately, they haven't made it that far north, but I have not heard the audio, Tyler. I did see that Milo posted it.
Yeah,
But
I
he
think I
was
bookmarked
polite.
it.
He was polite enough to put a little trigger warning on it. And I also usually don't have the volume on my phone. Um, but yeah, at some point I might listen to it. I don't know.
I think I have it bookmarked.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Let me look.
Um, but yeah, the
No, I don't.
as far as e-girls go, it's they're one step away from OnlyFans wars, right? Like that the the fundamental difference between the e-girls and the OnlyFans hooers is that pictures of their butthole aren't necessarily on the internet for a price. Like that's really just the only difference between those types of girls and the other type.
Yeah.
They're just using their bodies and their image for
Yeah, they're still doing the thirst trap thing, just in a different way.
yeah.
Um, in a way that's appealing to a more conservative man, but will still get him falling for the lust.
Yep.
It's less overt. That's all it is.
Right. It's a more
I wouldn't be surprised if half of them had secret OnlyFans, and when they got DMs from creepy dudes, they'd be like, "Hey, check this out."
probably, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So maybe there are pictures of their buttholes on the internet for sale too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's not be hasty and just assume that there's not.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, if there was, somebody would have found them and put them up by now, just
I
to shame them.
I guess nobody's put pictures of my butthole yet. So.
Well, feel free to start looking for them, I guess.
They're out there. I promise you, they're out there.
Oh, there we go. Said his name 3 times. There he is. They're a non-denominational. Yeah.
Who's a non-denominational Christian show?
NDS.
Oh yeah.
And that's
No such thing.
that's the other unfortunate side of it is like especially these like trad LARPer Christian ones, is that's who they take advantage of the most, right? Like they wear Catholicism, like this Sarah girl specifically wears Catholicism as like a skin suit, but
Yeah.
it's not just Catholics that she's duping. She's getting the non-denoms too. She's
Yeah,
getting the Lutherans. She's getting anybody who claims Christian,
She's one of those. What's her name?
like a Lila.
Like a Lila Rose, a Catholic. Claims to Catholic, but is much more appealing to the non-denominationals and the evangelicals,
Much
and
more palatable, yeah.
yeah, much more of your just standard Christian kind of thing.
Right. Because they're overtaken by the spirit of feminism
Yeah,
and their worldliness.
it claims to be pro-life and to run an organization when really all that money goes into her pocket and her podcast.
Yeah.
It doesn't give any of that to actual
No.
pro-life.
Senators are doing stuff.
No. It all goes into her raising awareness.
Right. That's the
Raising awareness. Another way of saying we're not doing anything.
Yep. The same thing they do in LA with the homeless money.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I have not had baby yet. I did have a doctor's appointment today. I'm at the one every week. So, my midwife told me, no, it's just a waiting game. To which I said, oh, I've been playing the waiting game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about ready for that baby to pop out.
Yep. I only have like one day that you can't do it, so anytime between now and then's fine.
Whatever, man. If she wants to come on that one day, come on that one day.
I mean, obviously, it'll be what it'll be, but
It won't be the first time in the world 2 siblings share a birthday
no, that's true.
that aren't twins.
Right. I guess. That'd be hilarious, but I don't know. We'll see. As soon as
Or twins that are 13 years apart.
yeah. Oh,
We don't watch the Super Bowl subliminal. We're not sports ball people.
no. Oh, is that this weekend or is that next?
That's this weekend,
Oh,
I
it is
think.
this weekend.
I think it's this weekend, right? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be this
Because
weekend.
there was an open football last weekend. So yes, there's a sports ball game on Sunday, people. I hear it's a big deal.
I was gonna say, yeah, it has to be this weekend because just yesterday I was reminded about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no. Yeah.
Getting it all in now while I can.
Yeah. Well,
Although I can barely stomach looking at her, but I make it work somehow.
What a fucking asshole.
I am the worst. This poor woman's suffering carrying my baby. Just
Here I am pitying Elijah Schaefer's wife.
right? Hey, people should feel bad for me too.
But no, that's the thing is like I have a husband who has a sense of humor, and so like I know the shit that my husband says just to make himself chuckle. Now let's put the shoot. I imagine them all acting like Bobby.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah,
Bobby after a couple of Klonopins
Klonopins and
and
a bunch of
fucking
beers.
20 Michelob Ultras.
Yeah.
You know, just the most vile, unhinged shit spewing out of their mouths. And then the next day, like, oh, anybody want some pancakes?
Yeah. That's exactly like my brother. That's why I haven't talked to my brother in many, many years. But yeah,
Bitch.
just completely lose his shit and just say the most vile, disgusting, hateful things to people. And then wake up the next morning like it never happened.
Because for them, it never happened.
Right, yeah.
You know, like they're blacked out. They're gone. They've been gone for hours. It's not them anymore. It's the demons. Um, so, but anyways, I sense of humor. It's funny. It's whatever.
Oh.
Also, I have thicker skin than most broads.
Also, Q, you'll be happy to know I switched from the $20 handle of Kirkland Scotch to the $27 handle of Kirkland Irish whiskey. Tastes just like Jameson. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's made by Jameson.
Probably.
But it tastes just like Jameson.
Costco membership is proving to
be useful, yes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You gotta not talk to them while you're waiting chocolate daily. Yeah, they're just awful.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what? I missed something. Schizo brother. Yes, yes, Jenny. I have a schizo brother.
Yeah.
Very schizo. So speaking of schizo brother, do we want to listen to this Elijah Schaefer?
Sure.
Talking to his wife thing?
Yeah. Why not?
I guess. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Dumb bitch. Please. I'm trying to. Like, god damn it. Being such a fucking whore. I'm like, literally like, oh, hey. You know what? You had a couple beers. Oh, why do you lie to me? Why do you lie to me? You know why? Because you're a fucking whore and you're a bitch. And you need to shut the fuck up. How about that? Because when I talk to you the truth, you become a fucking whore. And I don't want to be around you. Oh, I'm not a whore. Yeah, maybe you're not. You act like one. How about that?
Why is he talking like a homo?
Yeah. How about this? I can handle your shit. Fucking divorce me. Take my son. Do what the fuck you want. How about this? Shut the fuck up, because I'm your husband, and I'm trying to support you and be your husband. Well, you had a couple beers with someone. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I hope you die. I hope you die successfully. Oh my god, your husband had some beers. I hope you die in peace. Oh my god, you have fake problems. You have fake problems. You're a fake complainer. You have fake problems. Your husband loves you. Please. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You had a couple beers. You tell me in past life.
All right. I don't even know what's going on there, but
very gay.
Yeah. Yeah, Elijah Gafer, exactly.
Yeah, very gay sounding. Very petty bitch sounding. I don't know. Not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan. I stand by having him blocked this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, and I vaguely remember the Sydney Watson fallout, like the Blaze situation. I think that's when I was first like, probably pretty gross. Honestly, anybody that works for Glenn Beck is kind of an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sydney included. Sorry, girl. Not sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the people this guy's worked for, Glenn Beck, and what's the other guy?
I have no idea.
He was also on something.tv.
Censored.tv?
No. I can't remember the guy's name now. Anyway, looking at these guys, how could you think anything from like this guy is authentic and not just scripted? You know.
Yeah.
I guess you controlled opposition, but I don't even think it's opposition. It's just
curated.
It's just curated culture slop. Just, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know.
somebody semi-relatable who will do what we tell them, and
Relate to the right, keep the right in check, kind of a thing.
yeah.
You tell them what they need to be focused on, so they're not focused on what we're doing over here, kind of thing.
Well, and then also, like, if you look at it in a controlled opposition framing, um, continue to be the degen that you want to be, right? Like, don't let these right wingers get too pious. Don't let them get too good. You know,
Right.
keep them being degens. You know, just invite them over for some drinks and a party or two. Let them know that it's fine to let loose or whatever. Um, because if 1 to 10 people are doing it, then 30 to 40 people will be doing it, and then everybody's doing it, and then it's not wrong anymore. And that's how it goes at like the big conventions and stuff. Oh, are you gonna look and see
Yeah, it's bothering me.
because I know that he had the Rift was the most recent one.
Yeah.
Uh, Previous employers, maybe.
Um.
The Blaze, Daily Beast. Oh no, that's a website.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because I thought that he went from the Blaze and then started his own.
Nah, he went somewhere
There was
else.
a mid.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Was he on Infowars? I thought he was just
No.
like a commentator that they'd bring on every once in a while.
Why is nobody telling me?
Grift is the one being sued by Kashyap. Interesting. No way.
What?
Yeah, you should have caught it on video. That would have been
Caught what on video?
uh censored.tv with Gavin McGinnis.
Yes, that's what it was. Thank you.
Isn't Gavin one of ours?
They're all. I don't know. I don't trust any of them.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying to trust him.
Maybe
'Cause I'm
pretending
like,
to be one of ours. No, you're thinking like the other Gavin. I think maybe I don't know. I don't know. Either way,
isn't that what I said? Censored.tv?
maybe.
We were talking about it?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, we figured it out. Uh, side quest achieved.
So we've been talking for a half hour on this bashing Eliza Schaefer. We haven't even really talked about this Sarah Stock girl. I know nobody cares because everybody knows who Eliza Schaefer is. Nobody knows who Sarah Stock is.
Yeah. Well,
But she's the real problem. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Typically-
People like Eliza Schaefer are a problem, but you should be able to see right through them.
yeah.
Other men should easily be able to see right through this. I saw it pretty easily. I know a lot of you guys probably did too.
Yeah.
The problem is the e-girls, the women influencers like Sarah Stock and like Lila Rose and what's the Abby Johnson. You know, because these are
And Allie Beth Stuckey, but not really, kind of.
these are all kind of the same thing on the female side. They're just degenerates that, you know, like, oh hey, we can make you popular in the conservative movement or the Catholic.
You're palatable.
Yeah, you know, we can make money off of you in the Catholic world or whatever. And it's like,
We could pass you off as a girl next door.
but the women are just so much more gullible. They do not see this stuff like men do.
Well, and also not
They buy and they will buy into it and quickly forget about it and forgive and be like, oh yeah, no, you know what I mean? Make excuses for, oh, she was taking advantage of the poor thing, you know.
That's more what I was gonna say. Is not only are the women accepting of it, they'll excuse it.
Yeah.
We'll pretzel brain.
Because they can easily put themselves in a situation where they were neglected by their husband or boyfriend, and he was there, and then he got her too drunk, and he took advantage. You know, there's a million ways they will justify it. They always do.
Yep.
They always justify women cheating. It's always the man's fault somehow.
I don't know.
Abby, I believe, is the abortion doctor who had a conversion and decided to, instead of being an abortion doctor, was going to make millions on the pro life movement now.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah, she
again,
just swapped one career for another.
I don't trust people that make that kind of money off of the pro life movement. You know what I mean? Like you're not here for the right reason.
Yeah, the financial incentive
If
to
you really
continue.
cared that you killed all those babies performing abortions yourself, what you would do is you would sell everything, take a vow of poverty,
Mhm.
go stay in a
Spend
convent
your
somewhere, and just spend the rest of your time doing penance and serving the poor.
I
That's
mean,
what you would do. You would not be out making millions of dollars off of the pro life movement now.
I agree with that, but you could even skip the step of going to the convent and, doing the penance part and then just actively work towards getting these places shut down.
Yeah, quietly in the
Organize
background.
organize picketing, organize bills to be passed, organize, zoning laws to be changed, right? Like there's tons of
But like
behind the
penance should be
scenes.
the number one thing on your mind, not how else can I make money just in a
Right.
different way now. You know, it's ridiculous. It's all selfish.
Yeah.
It's a oh, I'm not going to do abortions anymore because I even if you think it's wrong now and you didn't before, to just go, okay, well I think it's wrong now, so I will make millions of dollars.
Telling people how wrong it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trading off of all the horrible things I did, making money because I'm booking speaking engagements because I did all these horrible things.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's it's just not something that.
I thought she was married with 8 children to atone for. She might be. I don't know anything about the lady other than she was an abortionist. She is not now, and now she's a talking head like Lila Rose for anti-abortion stuff. Which, sure, we need people talking about it, but also like
Not you.
we've been talking about it for fucking 50 something years now, guys. We've been talking about it, we've been marching about it, and what has been done other than make a handful of people really wealthy?
Yeah. Well, it's like everything. You create the problem, and then
Throw money at it
well, you get a bunch of people to donate money to fix the problem, but instead of fixing the problem, you just take that money and you pay you and your friends a bunch of salaries to
to
have these.
come up with ways to solve the
Yeah,
problem.
to sit around and think about ways to solve the problems, but you never actually solve the problems. You just keep getting paid to think about ways
Right.
that you could possibly maybe help out.
Yeah.
It's just it's nonsense.
Like the LA homeless.
Yeah, like all of it.
Yeah, but
Like anything government is involved in.
yeah. Um but yeah, the I don't know. And the other side of it is like I as a woman, I would like to have women creators and talking heads that I could listen to. Mm, but none of these bitches. You know what I mean? Like, but not these ones. I don't want to hear what they have to say, um, because that's not what needs to be said. They're regurgitating feminist talking points.
Yeah, they're
They're
just girl bossing.
right. They're girl bossing in a different way, and like that's not what women need or deserve. You know, um, you can't you can't pitch to women like, "Oh, you could have it all." But then it turns out that having it all means that you're traveling all the time away from your children and then your husband's at home raising your children, Lila Rose. Um Nannies are doing it, Erica Kirk. Um it's just like it's counterproductive and it's misleading. Um and probably should just be at home doing laundry, you know?
Yes, Q. We've already established she's definitely homosexual. Um, so yeah. So I think that about covers the big e-thought story. So what else is on the agenda? Oh yeah, schism.
Oh, yes.
Schism. Nobody's in schism. People are talking about it, but it's not happening. It's not schism. For most of that, this is a topic most of you probably don't know anything about because this is extremely Catholic related.
Like nerdy Catholic.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's breaching into the normie Catholic world.
I bet you nobody at coffee even knows what SSPX is.
No, this is true. Well, Father Adam will warn them not to go there. But Oh,
if they even could think to ask about it.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, the SSPX, Society of St. Pius X, which I'll give a quick background for people who don't know. After Vatican II, um, as we've talked about, they changed not only the Mass, but they changed all 7 sacraments. They changed the rite of ordination for priests. They changed the baptism. They changed confession. They changed the way they bless holy water, which isn't a sacrament, but still something. I mean, they changed a lot of stuff that wasn't the sacraments too, but all 7 sacraments did get changed, right down to the way they ordained priests. So when this happened, Archbishop Lefebvre was like, absolutely not. You can't do this. This is one, you don't have the authority or the ability to do this. This can't be done. And you're weakening everything. You're making everything worse.
Only women and children will want to be here.
Yeah. So he was just like, no. And founded the Society of St. Pius X, which their one and only goal is to preserve the old rites.
Yep.
So they only do the Tridentine Mass. They only do baptisms per the old pre-conciliar ways. They only ordain their priests in the pre-conciliar way. They only do confirmations in the pre-conciliar. They are basically dedicated to the pre-conciliar church and keeping it alive and going.
Wouldn't that make them more apostolic? Like not that there is a break in the apostolic succession, but like if it was,
If they're the only ones still using the old rite of ordination, then yes, that would technically. I would agree with you on that.
Because the new one, like you're not authorized to do all those changes, and then also that makes it a different thing.
Right. Now, apparently they're valid,
Right.
the new ones.
Yeah.
Apparently SSPX did years and decades of research to figure this out, and technically they are valid, but they're not as good.
Okay.
Nothing works as good.
Not as efficacious, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so that's what the SSPX is. They basically came about after Vatican II, to preserve the old rites. Now you've got the indult groups like the FSSP and the ICKSP, and then smaller groups like the Canons Regular or St. John Canius. But these are all indult groups. These people, so the FSSP broke off from the SSPX when in 1988, Archbishop Lefebvre, who was dying of cancer and kept asking Rome to consecrate more bishops. He needed bishops because, again, the SSPX, they ordained their priests in the old rites, the old ways. So they need their own bishops to do this. Whereas the FSSP, so anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So anyway, so in 1988, Archbishop Lefebvre, dying of cancer, just said, you know what, Rome, screw it. If you're not going to authorize me to make bishops, I'm going to make bishops.
Because basically Rome was just playing the, oh yeah,
we'll get to it. Basically waiting for him to die before
we'll get back to you.
So Archbishop Lefebvre said, you know what, I'm done. And in 1988 consecrated 4 bishops. At which point the Vatican was like, well, you didn't have permission to do that. So I guess that means you're excommunicated. So Archbishop Lefebvre and the 4 priests that were ordained bishops and the other bishop that helped, that concelebrated, they were all excommunicated. Fast forward to 2009, I believe it was, Pope Benedict lifts those excommunications, basically saying, no, there was a need for that. Because canon law states, if there's a need, then you can do it without Rome's blessing.
Right.
Even if the need isn't real, it's just perceived. Meaning that, like, all right, well, there really wasn't a crisis in the church like you guys thought there was, but you legitimately thought there was, so you, by canon law, can consecrate these bishops.
Right.
So in 1988, Archbishop Lefebvre consecrates these bishops, and a group of priests from the SSPX said, this is a bridge too far. We're not trying to go into schism. We're not, we just want to do the old rite. So they started the FSSP.
Okay.
So that's where the FSSP came from. And then the ICKSP also stood up around that time because of other priests were like, oh yeah, we could do this too. And they got an indult from Pope John Paul II through Ecclesia Dei to kind of do this, but they fall under diocesan bishops and stuff like that. Whereas the SSPX has their own bishops.
It's their own thing.
Their own thing. So Rome, and basically the only reason the other Ecclesia Dei societies are allowed to exist really is because of the SSPX. Rome's like, you know what? Instead of you guys growing, well, these guys are under our control. Hopefully, they grow more, and then we can. But if like the SSPX didn't have bishops anymore, fell under DAS, they would just get squashed.
Yeah, there
And as
would
soon as they
be-
got rid of the SSPX, the FSSP, the ICKSP, all the rest of them are gone too.
right.
The SSPX is the only thing keeping these guys going.
Yeah, because without the SSPX, like you don't really have grounds for your indult.
Right.
There's no.
Yeah. So here we are. So we go from 1988 fast forward to 2026. Those 4 bishops that were ordained, that were consecrated, are now very old.
Mm.
2 of them are dead. There's only 2 left.
Yep.
And they're like, look, we need to consecrate. We need more bishops now. And Rome's like, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. And finally, the SSPX at the beginning of the week basically put out January 1st, or not January, July 1st.
Yeah.
We're consecrating these 4 bishops. We gave you guys, we submitted names to Rome so Rome could choose which ones they wanted, and to get the blessing and all that. And Rome's just dragging their feet. So they're going to consecrate their own bishops. In which case we'll see.
See how it plays.
We'll see how Rome responds. Is Pope Leo going to excommunicate them? Is he going to just brush it off? I don't know. It's not 1988 anymore.
Yeah.
People have a lot more information than they did back then. Back then, everybody thought Archbishop Lefebvre was the evil one because they controlled all the information.
Yeah.
But now, with social media, the internet, like they don't have that kind of
well
control
beyond
anymore.
vindicated.
So
Well, it's not only the information is there, like we can see with our eyeballs how this is played out. We can see how people who said things back in the day were discredited, besmirched, smeared, but then like 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, they're proven to be correct in their
thank you very much, Q.
thank you, sir.
The baby will appreciate that.
They're
I'll
very
put it in the bassinet with the baby.
they're very much they're very much vindicated in the like what they saw coming down the
Yeah, oh yeah, everything they saw said was going to happen happened.
has happened.
The new mass, the new rites, everything is a mess. I don't enjoy. I attend them as little as possible. I prefer. Everybody knows we prefer the pre-conciliar Catholic faith, the faith for 2,000 years up until 1960.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know. Cardinal Tuco Kissy Face Heal Me with Your Mouth Fernandez has scheduled a meeting with the head of the SSPX.
Why would they send him? Why would it be him?
Because he's the head of the DDF, Dicastery for Doctrine of the Faith. That's whose job it is to sell this stuff.
Gross.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, they've openly called him a heretic. So it's not like this is like the worst person you could possibly send to talk to them about this.
Right.
Because he's going to pull a hardline modernist, fuck you guys, who will excommunicate you, and they're going to be like, we don't care, we don't.
What do we have to listen to a heretic for?
Right, you can't excommunicate us anyway. You're a heretic. You know what I mean? Like
Peter Puffer. Yeah.
But the bigger problem for Rome is if they do decide to go ahead with excommunications, it very well could trigger a. It won't be huge, but it definitely won't be a small schism.
Yeah, it would.
It definitely could trigger something that Rome doesn't want to happen.
No.
And let's be honest, if I have to fall down on one side or the other, like we're Catholics, you're supposed to obey Rome. I get it, but if I have to pick one side or the other, and who's right and who's wrong here, I'm going to go with the SSPX.
Yeah.
Because I know the difference between the pre-conciliar and post-conciliar faith.
Right.
Most people don't. Most people don't realize how much everything changed. Your average everyday Catholic that goes to Novus Ordo does not even know that the Catholic faith that they are practicing is completely different than the Catholic faith from 50, 60 years ago.
Right.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. Your sacraments are not the same. Your mass is not the same. The churches aren't built the same way.
Mm-hmm.
The churches aren't built to draw your eyes to heaven anymore.
Right.
The churches are just built to be there and cram people in.
People. Yeah.
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 It's ridiculous. And yeah.
I would like to think that Pope Leo would not make a big deal out of this, because personally, just me looking at it, simple woman brain, you can't go trying to heal the schism with the Eastern Orthodox
While you're creating one in
while
Latin,
you're
right?
creating one with one of the most I'm not gonna say successful, but like one of the most rapidly growing sects of your existing church. Because it's just counterproductive.
Oh yeah, the
Any
SSPX is growing exponentially faster than the rest of the church as a whole.
yeah,
Exponentially faster.
yeah, that's nothing but a
They
downside.
cover every continent and every country, and like they're all over.
They're everywhere. And it's not like, it's small things. Like it's because there's a desire and a need and a want for them
No,
that
their
they're
seminaries,
everywhere.
their seminaries are so much fuller than the diocesan ones. They
Yeah.
have far more priests coming up. It would be dumb to cut like the yeah. They're the only ones. Like the people the type of Catholics that go to the SPA, they're the type of Catholics still tithe. They're the ones that, you know what I mean. Like these
Well, they understand, they value it.
right, but
They not only do they value the worship services offered, but they value the sacrifice that these priests and everybody
right,
makes to give them this.
right.
Um,
So you're thinking a
because
dying church
it's
with
valuable.
financial issues, maybe they wouldn't want to cut off,
Right.
the fastest growing people that are kind of taking in money.
Yeah.
But that's not what their goal is. Their goal is not to grow the church. Their goal is I am fairly confident their goal is to destroy the church.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other reason they would be making the moves they're making, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the modernism, that's what it is. It's an issue.
Yeah.
Sheen warned us about.
Yeah, the ape of the church, the modernists. We know it was coming. So that's why I say all the time I'm just here to keep my head down and live the traditional Catholic faith.
Yeah.
And and when that's not possible anymore, I guess I'll have to take a side.
Well, and fundamentally, the purpose of a parish and a church and a priest is to deliver sacraments.
Right.
They don't have to be good at it. You don't have to understand it. It doesn't have to benefit you at all, as long as the sacraments are available to you.
Well, the sacraments themselves benefit you, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like
You're not
the
there.
service
You're not there to
itself,
get
right.
something special out of every Sunday mass.
Right.
It's not about you.
Right.
You're not there to get a good fuzzy feeling.
Nope. And so, until bare minimum sacraments aren't available, like that. I can get
Yeah,
down with
but
that.
like right now, I can still get the old mass.
Mhm.
I can still get the old sacraments.
Mhm.
So like I said, until I can no longer get that stuff,
Right.
I'm just going to keep. I'm not going to try to figure this out and pick a side. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I have not been Catholic long enough to try to
drawing lines
to try to figure any of this out and pick a side. Be like, no, if the SSPX goes, I'm going with them in Schism. Like, I'm going to continue to attend the Latin Mass. I'm going to continue to get the traditional sacraments from Father Gardner, and just be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know enough to try to sit there and, you know what I mean. Like I'll be honest with you, like this whole set of a contest argument intrigues me, but like I'm not gambling. I'm not gambling my soul on that.
No thanks.
I'm not gambling my soul on that for a theory.
No.
Especially since I've only been Catholic, a year. Like I don't know near enough to try to make those kind of arguments.
I'll hear you out, and I'm not gonna. I'm with you on that. Like I'm not making that decision.
Yeah, like I mean, as much as I disagree with most of the stuff he does, there's a huge picture of the Pope right over there.
Yeah.
A huge one.
Yeah.
So,
I might actually listen to that one, Patrick. I don't think I've ever listened to a whole Merkel episode.
No.
Maybe
I don't know who Merkel is.
Pastor Tony Merker.
Okay.
Tony Merkel.
Okay. Hey, I don't know.
The conspiracy theorist podcaster.
Okay. Call him Pastor Tony.
Yeah. Well, he's the one who is like a Christian conspiracy theorist podcaster guy.
Okay.
The conspiracy theory community is only so big.
Right.
The Christian community is more bigger.
No, I understand how it
You know
works.
what I mean? Like he's like the prototype of this. And in
So he's the one that Top and Raven copied off of.
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And at some point he did a guest spot at a church that either he goes to or somehow he ended up preaching for the weekend. And I found out about it, and I will forever
Call him Pastor Tony
Pastor
after that?
Tony.
Okay.
Because it's just like, that's a step too far, my son.
Yeah.
It's a step too far.
All right.
You might have read your Bible, you might have some feelings about it, but
Yeah.
doing a live podcast basically at a church house is a weird choice.
Yeah.
It's a very haughty decision to make.
I'm not going to disagree with any of the words you just said.
Yeah.
It's like super hard.
Yeah.
I'm feeling her belly, people. If you're wondering what kind of weird shit I'm doing over here, going, wow, that's super hard. Hold on.
I can finally beat these tranny allegations.
Right.
Ugh.
No, Emily's
Oh.
definitely not a tranny. Or she's the first one to have a baby. I don't know.
Call the medical board.
Right.
Oh, I'll just.
No, I got it.
Oh, you're gonna move the camera.
Yeah, so I've got a whole thing here to do that. Oh, you really can't see how big that thing is. That's
oh
a
no, they can see. Look at that! Look at that ridiculous thing.
yeah. This is what I have to sleep next to, people. Oh yeah, I don't have to do that. I can just do this.
Meanie.
There you go.
What a meanie. Yeah, I got my wig on tonight.
Yeah, she definitely has her wig on tonight. I make sure she wears her wig all the time. She got to hide her hair from God.
It's not a wig.
It's a wig.
It's not a wig.
It's not a tuma.
I work really hard to have good hair. No, I don't. I don't. It's effortless.
It is. Yeah.
I don't even use fancy shampoos.
I'm
and
really pissed off
conditioners.
about it, to be honest.
That's okay.
How does she have such
I make
effortless
up-
hair and I don't have any?
I make up for it. You know, equally yoked. The
Equal.
bald one and the long-haired one.
Yeah, and equal. Yeah. I can't grow hair at all, and hers is effortlessly luxurious like that.
You know, it's just a gift I was given.
Voluminous.
Voluminous hair.
I believe that's the word that the hair industry invented, isn't it? Voluminous.
Yes.
Oh man. So yeah, we covered the SSPX in the possible schism, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think
I don't think.
I
it'll
think if
happen
Rome
either.
is smart, they will just kind of ignore it or play along like they were okay with it the whole time.
Right. Yeah.
It's not 1988 anymore. People have too much information at their hands. They know what's going on. People are starting to see the fruits of Vatican II are not panning out.
No.
Yeah,
that springtime they wanted never came.
No.
An endless winter.
Yeah.
A winter of death.
Yeah, I know.
Say that.
I know. I've heard lots of Catholic talking heads say, "Oh, we're only going to have to deal with this 5 to 10 more years. I promise you that the novus will be gone in 5 to 10 years." I don't see that happening.
No.
Like I said before, once the boomers are gone, their kids are going to step in, and their kids that are still in the church have fully bought into this too. The reason they're still around is because they think this is great, and that's kind of what it is. 75% of the people are going to see it for what it is, and the other 25% are going to think it's the greatest thing in the world, and those 25% are going to keep this thing going, man. And it's sad.
They'll choke it down and force everybody else to eat it too.
Yeah, but like I said, as long as they don't do anything stupid with the traditional mass,
Yeah.
it'll be all right.
Well, and it also
Worst case scenario, there's an SSPX chapel 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
So I got to drive 2.5 hours. I got to drive 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's whatever.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll be all right.
Yes, Patrick, you should do that.
What should he do?
Have another baby.
Sure. How many do you have now?
Just the one.
Just the one.
Just the one. We waited 13 years. Like 12, I guess.
Just the one?
Yeah.
I'm still going to give him a hard time.
No,
That's fine.
That's okay.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Sometimes you just got to get a feel for it. You gotta figure out if.
Oh, yeah. You got to bump up that number of
gonna-
shouts there, buddy. 78 worldwide is not going to cut it.
That is not a lot, man.
You need to have at least 10 more shouts.
Yeah. Rest on your shoulders, my dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to single-handedly repopulate the world with shouts.
God bless Mrs. Shouts.
I hope she's got some white hips. No, I'm just
Before we go, since we're talking about the health of the church and schisms and whatnots and what may be down the road, you want to play those Martin and Colbert
oh, jeez. Yeah.
clips?
Yeah, I forgot that was another thing that happened just yesterday. So,
Yeah.
Father Jimmy Martin, the homosexual priest, who is he's the priest of the pretty people, all the Hollywood elites and the New York high society,
Yeah.
and is always pushing the homo agenda, was on Colbert last night.
I believe so.
I believe it was last night. Let me find those clips.
Well, Patrick, practice makes perfect. So, also, completely understand.
Yeah.
There was a lot of spaghetti that didn't stick to the wall.
Podcast.
Whoa.
My
Sorry about
gosh.
that, people.
My gosh.
Wow. Okay, so what were you saying, Emily?
I was gonna say there was a lot of years where the spaghetti didn't stick to the wall. So but practice makes perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Get there.
Yeah. Just keep trying.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is Father Jimmy. I can't call him Father. This is Jimmy Martin on Colbert. Basically says the Pope Leo plans to continue Pope Francis' mission of inclusion of LGBT Catholics. You can't be LGBT and Catholic. There's no such thing.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
Podcast. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
A little turnabout is fair play. You did something this past fall that I won't say jealous of, because jealousy is a sin. But I admire to the point of pain, is that you met with our new American Pope, Pope Leo XIV. Lovely fellow. What did you guys talk about?
Initially, we talked about ministry to LGBTQ Catholics, which is part of my work.
I know Francis, the previous pope, had been open to expanding that ministry. What's the word on what Pope Leo has to say?
Yeah, the message I got from him was that he's continuing Pope Francis's mission and message of welcome and inclusion, and he wanted that to be broadcast.
Why are people cheering for that?
Well,
Why do people think?
Because it's Colbert's audience.
Yeah, like clearly there's no Catholics in that audience. If there's Catholics in that audience, nobody would be cheering for that.
Well,
Like if there's actual Catholics in the audience, not people who say they're Catholic, but are not.
imagine saying that at one of our parish gatherings. Do you think you'd hear gasping and clutching of pearls?
Maybe some people maybe.
I don't think we'd get claps, but
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Well, again, okay, if you heard that at the shrine at one of Father Gardner's
absolutely not.
masses, okay, yeah, see,
Absolutely
so
not. Wouldn't stand.
and that's the difference. That's the difference between actual Catholicism and whatever it is that the
Father
synodal church is
Gardner-
teaching nowadays.
Father Gardner would appear out of nowhere and shpah,
Yeah,
not in my house.
Father Gardner, who needs to make sure he addresses feminism and homosexuality and the perfidious Jew in almost every homily.
Well,
is yeah,
just make sure that you guys are picking up what I'm putting down.
he is such a great priest.
He really is.
He is like such a great priest. One of these days, I'm gonna see if I can get him to come on.
That'd be interesting.
It would be super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like our own little Father Maudsley
I
episode.
was just thinking that. I was like, man, we kind of have our own little Father Maudsley over there. Yeah, that's the James Martin types, the Lavender Mafia.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, this is the ape of the church prophecy. This is the infiltration. This is, the only thing that I will say so far that gives me somewhat hope is they at least are not right now outright trying to change teaching and doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
What they're doing this really real nifty, underhanded thing where
Social
they're
conditioning.
well,
type
where they're they'll talk about the church doctrine, especially when it comes to like the gays and stuff like this. They'll talk about church doctrine. They will reaffirm church doctrine as correct and true, and then go ahead and then do something like this that completely goes against what they just said.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times that Leo has done that where he'll say
Yeah.
something placaty to the world, but then follow it up with church teaching hasn't changed on this.
So, and that's kind of the
It's
direction
like,
they're going.
it's like
And
talking
it's like,
out of both sides of your
well,
mouth.
it's one of those things where practice is doctrine.
Hmm.
Like, you can sit here and say that doctrine is that we don't accept homosexuality. You can say that till you're blue in the face. But if you keep
But if
you keep confirming openly gay couples
And
and let the gay husband be the godfather, which, like, all of it is just so out there and against every rule, but they're doing it. You know what I mean? So
I can't be the godfather of my own child, or the godmother of my own child for her baptism. I have to find a suitable Catholic person to
Right.
be her.
right. Well, like, I
godparents.
couldn't be your
Right, yeah.
sponsor if you were to go through RCA because we're married.
Right.
But yet because technically the church doesn't recognize
Recognize
gay
the gay
marriage, this
marriage,
guy's
then
gay
it's
married
just-
husband can be his.
It's just
But
his friend.
It's all it's all just so nonsense. But yeah, that's the weird thing. This is the weird world we live in right now as Catholics. Is the church will say, no, church teaching has not changed on this in 2,000 years. This is wrong and this is a sin. But we're going to go ahead and do this anyway.
Yeah.
So they don't say, but we're going to do this anyway. They just go ahead and do the thing anyway.
They're doing it anyways. Well, and that's where I say it's more of like a social conditioning type of thing, where if we just, because that's how doctrine develops, is by how the people behave.
Well, practice is doctrine. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter
Right.
what the
No,
book.
yeah, yeah.
If you open this book and it says Catholics believe this, and that is true.
But you
But you close the book and you look around at the congregation and see the Catholics
they're
clearly not
doing
believing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So practice is doctrine.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the book says and what you preach in the pulpit. If you're allowing it to happen in the church anyway, then you're okay with it. Then it's not the doctrine actually.
doesn't make
So yeah, these are the weird, funny games we're playing right now. It's
a lot of cognitive dissonance.
It's a tough time to be alive right now. It's a tough time to be Catholic. It's a tough time to be Christian. Period. In the world we live in, to be honest with you, there's so much stuff designed to get you to hell right now.
Yeah.
Every time you pull up your phone, it's something. You know what I mean? If they can't get you with lust, they'll get you with anger, or they'll get you with pride. They'll
Get you with gossip.
something. There's gonna be you know what I mean? They're a vice. You're gonna find it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
Even when you're not looking for it, even when you're trying to avoid it, it's everywhere. Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm finding out right now, which is kind of funny. When you're stuck in lust, you don't really notice all the other sins,
Mhm.
like all the millions of other sins you commit because you're so focused on the main one that you know what I mean. And like when that's like not even an issue anymore, you just realize like, oh my god, like I have so many of these other things that just completely overlooked because like, it's not porn, it's not sleeping around, it's not
Right, yeah.
cheating, but like pride is still a huge one.
Yeah.
Gossip is still
Big one.
yeah.
Anger.
There's just so much. You're just like, wow, I didn't even consider these sins before because I was so focused on the one.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Judgment of others.
Yeah.
That's one I take in all the time. I was honest with Father Adam when I saw him this week or last week. I was like, judgment and judgment of my fellow brothers and sisters. And then at the end he was like, well, which one do you feel like is bothering you? Like, which one's the one that's the most bothersome, frequent one? And I was like, oh, definitely the judgment of others. It happened twice while I was in line for confession.
Yeah. I love how the catechumen here is come home to the Eastern Orthodox. Like, I get it, bud, but like if you're gonna pretend like the Eastern Orthodox don't have just as many issues right now in the church with patriarchs gone wild and nonsense of this is what the church teaches, but this is what we're gonna do anyway. Like it's all of Christianity has this problem.
Yeah, it's the world has gotten us, and
I've been to Eastern liturgies. They're nice.
We've been to a Maronite church.
Yeah, I've been to Maronite church. We've been to Eastern liturgies. They're beautiful. I don't think they're as beautiful as the traditional Latin Mass, but they're beautiful. But again, I'm a Western person, so I'm going to be drawn to the Western, ancient Mass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm not an Eastern person. Like I don't know.
Well, and that's the number one thing. Yeah, the people.
No, people are definitely fallible. Absolutely, sir. I agree
The
with
Holy
you.
Spirit is the only thing that keeps us all together. Like that's literally it. It's all held together by the glue of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Because people are shitty.
Oh no, we're Roman Catholic. Yes, we're Catholics. Sir. if you just stumbled across us, the Pope was not in the Epstein files, but the Vatican is implicated. The Vatican Bank, more specifically. But yeah, no, the Vatican is full of fleshy meat sacks that have completely fallen. That's been the whole point of this conversation.
Yep.
Is that they're
kind of the running theme of our channel is
the running theme of our channel is that the hierarchy of the Catholic Church has fallen.
That doesn't make it the wrong church to belong to.
Right, exactly. Just
Does it?
because the fleshy meat sacks at the center of it have corrupted doesn't mean that the church has. It doesn't mean that the faith is wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the churches are corrupt nowadays. Doesn't matter if you're a evangelical or an Orthodox or a Catholic. It's all we're in the end times, man.
Yep.
You gotta deal with it.
You gotta stay close to Jesus and
Yeah.
keep your conscience clean.
Yeah, we now this is a dark view.
Well, welcome. Glad to
Yeah.
have you.
Yeah, you can say it's a dark view now, but I don't know, man. Spend some time. I don't know how long you've been in the Eastern Orthodox Church, but I think after a while you will start to see how the things. The gates of hell won't prevail against the church. The church is not the hierarchy, though.
No.
The church is definitely not the hierarchy. As long as you continue to practice the traditional faith,
You, the individual, will be fine.
yeah.
And that's what it really boils down to, is like we're at a time where it's not there's no leadership that's going to save us.
No.
Like there's no even if Pope Leo waves a magic wand and the patriarchs and they all come together and then we heal the schism from 1050 whatever, that still doesn't magically fix all of it. We're still each held accountable for our own.
There's the prophecies of the passion of the church, and I believe that's what we're going through right now, is the passion of the church. The church is, you don't recognize it. It's beaten, it's bloodied, it's been scourged to the pillar.
Yeah.
But it's still there. It might not look like it, but it's still there.
Right. Well, and that's why I said earlier, like the Holy Spirit is what keeps this all together, not fleshy men.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's never been the thing. If we start appealing to the
demons.
right. Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, that's an hour and 8 minutes. That's we covered everything we wanted to cover.
Yeah.
All right.
I even snuck in the homo stuff.
Yeah. So all right, guys. Well, thank you all for hanging out. We appreciate it. God bless all of you. Emily. Oh no, you're not going to be back on.
Not doing anything.
I'm still so used to saying Emily will be back on Monday for morning crew, but no.
Well, it would be tomorrow morning, but I'm not.
Yeah, no. She's ready to pop any day now.
Doing maternity leave. I am going to look into the, what is it, life something? I don't know, the people who take pictures of our public school children. Ginny mentioned it to me. And then it turns out that all of those companies, like once you like run the, like who owns this company, who owns that one, who owns it? Planeteer owns the company that takes the pictures of all of our nation's public school children.
Right.
Why would they do that?
Ray Tyler's on?
Will do. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that on my phone. Thank you, JC.
Yeah, thanks, JC.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking into that, and that'll be a one-off random stream. I'll give you guys a bit of a heads up. But I haven't put anything together, so it will not be anytime soon. This will be after I have baby.
Yeah. So yeah, we will.
I'm just in waiting mode for labor now.
We will definitely let everybody know when baby is coming. In fact, I have the Rumble Studio app on my phone, so there might be a quick live stream. Hey, we're at the birthing center. It's going down.
Yeah. We're on our way.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't look too miserable and gross.
So yeah. So God bless all of you. Thank you for hanging out with us again on another Thursday night. And we will be back next Thursday unless baby comes between now and then.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, thanks for hanging out. God bless y'all, and we will see you next time.